Okay, so now we are going to work on lesson 24, and this story is called A Tree is a Plant. Now this week our target skill is sequence of events, and that is whenever we want to tell the order in which things happen. Like what happened first, what happened next, what happened then. Those are words that you're going to look for. First, next, then, last, finally. Those are all sequence of events words. The genre for this week is informational text. That's the type of story that we're going to read. It's a nonfiction story. It means it's not fake. It's real. This is about real trees. So an informational text gives you facts. As you read, you want to look for information and facts in the words, and also look for pictures that show details about the real world. Now, the author of this story is Clyde Robert Bulla, and the illustrator is Stacy Schuett. A tree is a plant. What happens to a tree as it grows? A tree is a plant. A tree is the biggest plant that grows. Most kinds of trees grow from seeds the way most small plants do. There are many kinds of trees. Here are a few of them. How many do you know? So this tree is a maple tree. The Christmas tree, and the real word for Christmas tree is conifer. This is a persimmon tree. Now these are trees that you find at the beach. Palm trees. Now you can get a special fruit off of this type of tree. Lemon tree. And whenever I was growing up, we had one of these trees in my front yard. A willow tree. This tree grows in the country. It might grow in your yard too. Do you know what kind it is? This is an apple tree. So look at our apple tree. This apple tree came from a seed. The seed was small. It grew inside an apple. Have you ever seen an apple seed? And I'm sure you have. I'm sure whenever you've had an apple and you've cut it in half, right in the middle you'll find the apple seed. Ask an adult to help you cut an apple in two. The seeds are in the center. They look like this. So they look just like this. It's pretty cool. Most apple trees come from seeds that are planted. Sometimes an apple tree grows from a seed that falls to the ground. The wind blows leaves over the seed. The wind blows soil over the seed. And all winter the seed lies under the leaves and the soil. All winter the seed lies under the ice and snow and is pushed into the ground. Spring comes. Rain falls. The sun comes out and warms the earth. The seed begins to grow. At first, the young plant does not look like a tree. The tree is very small. It is only a stem with 2 leaves. It has no apples on it. A tree must grow up before it has apples on it. Each year the tree grows. It grows tall. In 7 years, it is so tall that you can stand under its branches. In the spring, there are blossoms on the tree. Spring is apple blossom time. This is what an apple tree looks like after 7 years. You can stand under it. They said right over here, it said, in 7 years, it is tall enough that you can... Oh, Miss Petrie messed up. Let's go back. In 7 years, it is tall enough that you can actually stand under it. And in the springtime, it gets these blossoms on it. These are apple blossoms. The blossoms last only a few days. Then they fall to the ground. Now there are green leaves on the tree. Among the leaves, there are small apples. And you can't really see them, but after these leaves fall off, you're going to have, or after these flowers fall off, you're going to have these leaves. And if you look right in the middle of the leaves, you can see a little teeny tiny apple. The apples are where the blossoms were before. The apples are green, and they are almost too small for you to see. The apples grow slowly. They grow all during the spring and summer. In the fall, they are large and ripe. They are ready to eat. We can see the apples and the leaves on the branches. We can see the branches growing out of the trunk. We can see the trunk growing out of the ground. We can see the bark of the tree. The bark covers the branches and the trunk like a coat. But there is a part of the tree that we cannot see. Do you know what that is? We cannot see the roots. They are under the ground. Some of the roots are large. Some of them are as small as hairs. The roots look like branches under the ground. A tree could not live without roots. Roots hold the trunk in the ground. Roots keep the tree from falling when the wind blows. Roots keep the rain from washing the tree out of the ground. Roots do something more. They take water from the ground. They carry the water into the trunk of the tree. The trunk carries the water to the branches. The branches carry the water to the leaves. Hundreds and hundreds of leaves grow on the branches. The leaves make food from water and air. They make food from the sunshine. The food grows into the branches. It goes into the trunk and roots. It goes to every part of the tree. Fall comes and winter is near. The work of the leaves is over. The leaves turn yellow and brown. The leaves die and fall to the ground. Now the tree is bare. All winter it looks dead, but the tree is not dead. Under its coat of bark, the tree is alive. Spring comes again. Rain falls. The sun warms the earth. The tree blossoms and new leaves grow. As long as it lives, the apple tree grows. As long as it lives, the apple tree blossoms. In the spring, the apple tree blossoms in the spring and apples grow on it. When do you like apple trees best? In the spring when they are covered with blossoms? In the summer when they are covered with leaves? In the winter when they are bare? Or in the fall when they are covered with apples? The end.